Well, how's it going, folks? Welcome to the Road to the Showdown, day number 14, the last day of week number 2. We are stacked to the brim with bouts to round out this week of very fun action as we get to the halfway point of this entire tournament. A lot to discuss here, and while at the halfway point, there are stars who are surging and stars who are looking to bounce back after a rocky start to the tournament. So let's get into discussing the card for tonight. We kick off the night in the Teal League. It's Lady Flammer versus Big Time Becky Lynch in a battle to make it to 6. Afterwards, the ruler looks to remain perfect as he takes on the ring general, Gunther. Cody versus Ospreay. It's a battle of former champion and the reigning and longest serving champion, Will Ospreay. And lastly, it is a classic in IPW as Laney Reed looks to avenge a matchup of the week loss to Utami Hayashishita in your main event. Obviously a night stacked with absolute belters. We might as well get these belters rolling, starting off with Lady Flammer versus the Last Kicker. And that's coming to you now. Flammer out first. I forgot the sound, I apologize.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Monterrey, Mexico, Flammer.
3 points to Flammer's name. She's looking to surge in this division. A round matchup in, well, round number 2, a win against Oscar gave Flammer her first taste of victory in this tournament. Now, a step up in competition in the form of the Ruby Belt holder Big Time Bex. Can she earn victory here tonight? For the man, she too sits on 3, only earning her dub round 1 against Stephanie Vakir. Now, the Last Kicker opens the bar, ready for a little Mexican brawl.
And her opponent from Dublin, Ireland, the women's prestigious world champion, Becky Lynch.
Well, Lynch has a lot to step up to the plate to prove here in this tournament. Struggling to really get her ball rolling. And now, Flammer, the rising star, the prospect, could snuff her flame out quicker than she can build an advantage in this division. Lady Flammer starting the match off aggressive. Bring the boots to the arm of Lynch. And we saw a lot of explosivity this week through all our bouts. It was a very up and down type of week as we obviously finished round 2 and completed round 3 in this tournament as Lynch and STF locked in here. Flammer breaks the clasp around the neck and then roll up. No, not going to turn it into a pin. Just forces Lynch off her to go flying and bring her down with a Hurricane Rana. And you've got to think, Lady Flammer, a future world champion here in IPW. She brings such energy, such unique talent to the ring, and that's what makes her such a prolific threat. And she starts to battle here with Lynch. Sweeps out the leg. Good takedown. Now going to turn it into a single leg Boston Crab. And referee Big Man Lennon getting a close look in to see if Lynch will tap out. But Becky not going to let that hold break her easily. Forced into the corner. Lynch struggling as Flammer unloading so many shots, and now the boots. Just ruthless, unwavering offense from Lady Flammer, who's looking to strike once more. Tries to slide into the forearm cleave, but no, Lynch evades, and Flammer evades Lynch's follow-up. And round the world, Flammer ascends once more to Hurricane Rana down the man. A flurry of offense being exchanged here. Nice kick to the gut for Flammer. She's having her way with the man here tonight. Reversal of position. Flammer put in the corner. Sent out onto the apron. Oh, stiff knee from Becky, who ascends to the second rope to drop the executioner's style leg across that middle rope. Flammer gets taken to the gallows. When we look at this bout, you have to favor Becky as the current world champion of Breakdown. But Lady Flammer is one of these stars that's stepping up. She beat the former IPW Women's World Television Champion, Oscar, in this tournament already. With there being another former world champion on this side of the bracket, Flammer could step up to beat Fallon Henley. But right now, the toughest competition is the one that's right in front of her. And the man has started to find her footing, busting open Flammer on that top turnbuckle. Facelock into an inverted facebuster for Flammer. He's starting to get into this thing. Hooks up Becky. Hammerlock into a fuck buster. Spikes her down and goes for the cover. Near fall for Flammer, but she's found her footing. Oh, but she goes flying into the knees of the man. Irish whip from Lynch, putting Lady Flammer in the corner, but the fight back for Flammer's there. She's going to send Lynch running. A drop down. And oh, the spinning gut kick going to be caught, and Becky hooks the arm. She's got it locked in. Disarmer applied, but there's a rope break, saving Lady Flammer from danger. Not a prolonged hold. And Lynch caught. She cannot get the manhandle slam in. Instead, she eats a Flammer driver. Cover for Flammer. Good for two. Lynch staying in this, but this second half, that little flurry from Lynch that did bust open Flammer, has all it simply has done is angered Flammer. And she has come swinging into this second half with such prolific offense. Again, trying to go for that cartwheel, that wheelbarrow. Not going to work for her this time. It's her more like prolific sort of closing the gap maneuver. But right now, I'm intrigued what Becky's got in mind here for Flammer. Hooks her up. Oh! Avalanche German suplex. Crash landing for Flammer. She rolls to the outside, realizing the danger. Lynch not going to allow Flammer any reprieve to recover. drops the elbow from up top. And, well, she can't follow that up. And Flammer's to her feet. Fireman's carry from Lynch. She catches her. And this is still Lynch in control, driving the back of Flammer into the barricade. Wheelbarrow, Flammer catches her to stomp to the chest. And Lady Flammer, she has stepped up to face the champion here. She has been phenomenal. You've got to say, a lot of these stars in this tournament have stepped up considerably to face these champs, these top of division stars. And Flammer is one of those. Blake Monroe's another. And Becky could be looking to close in, but yet again the manhandle slam fought off. Flammer brings the Hurricane Rana and now has Lynch on the ropes. Hooks her up, eat defeat, spikes the boot into the jaw. Lynch rolls out, catching Flammer in the German. Flammer back to her feet, but it's too quick. Lynch anticipated it, drops her with a punch and then drops her across the barricade. Becky, a little bait to catch Lady Flammer, but Flammer's still able to fight. Bringing it to Lynch. Her own German brings Lynch crashing down on the outside, and a little bit of a boot scrape to follow up the offense. Flammer in control. Oh, and some disrespect to the champ. As you do. She realizes Lynch has got nothing on her. Lynch is a top star in IPW. Flammer is just having her way. Lying in wait, looking to strike. Hooks up, no, caught. Lynch breaks the gap. Lynch can't grab Flammer. Wheelbarrows her. Roll up for Flammer. 1, 2. No, pin reverse. That was almost it. Another repeat of last night. Another roll up. Flammer on top. And it's changing positions. Now Lynch in the pinning predicament. Now Flammer. 1, 2. No. Lynch back on top. 2. And a kick out. Flammer up to her feet. Wheelbarrow stomp this time. And Lynch feeling the pressure. The champion in trouble as Lady Flammer caught the punches to the body. Flammer now taken up top. Fireman's carry for the man, Becky Lynch. Sends her crashing into the turnbuckle with a snake eyes. An alley-oop. Flammer goes crashing down. The man finally getting in another submission hold. The disarmer applied. Will we see a tap out here? It's wrenched back. Lynch has it in tight, but no, Flammer able to get out of it, but she is in trouble. Lynch lining her up, and again, Flammer evades the dangerous manhandle slam, not coming to town. Neither is the Flammer driver, it seems. Big boot from Lynch as she again looks to line up Flammer, but caught once more. Flammer is not falling prey to the manhandle slam. Instead, she's gonna deliver some fish food. And why not? Another boot for good measure. Cover for Flammer. 1, 2. No. The man kicks out. The man scaves off the danger. But for how much longer as Flammer charges in? The forearm smash not working for her. Lynch unloads a combo. Headbutt to finish it off. And you have to feel it's desperation mode for Becky. Moonsault from Lynch. Not something you see too often from her. Flammer to her feet. Wheelbarrow. Stomp. He caught Lynch. Now what's she thinking? High flying, rolls through with the senton. Cover for Flammer. 1, 2, 3. A win over the Ruby Belt champion for Lady Flammer. Wow. What a way to kick off tonight. Flammer with the 3. Overtaking Lynch in the rankings as well.
Here is your winner, Flammer.
6 points to Flammer's name puts her into joint second place. She is also putting Becky in a dangerous, precarious position of not making it to the live event, but you just see the body battered and bruised from this affair. Flammer walks out victorious, but not without being badly bruised by Becky. What a way to kick off tonight. The energy of that opener certainly ringing true for me. But now we take a pivot over to the Pink League, where we've got some stars who are wanting dominance. Who will provide said dominance? Let's find out as we send it immediately to the ring for your Pink Division bout.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds, Gunther!
Well, it's time for Gunther to make an impact. Currently sitting on 3 points through this tournament. He now has the chance to make it to 6. The issue is for him, this is not an easy matchup, as he's gonna have to perforate the undefeated record of Obafemi if he is to make that achievement happen. Gunther's only win in this tournament, a phenomenal matchup against Roman Reigns in the second day of action in this tournament. As for his opponent, though, let's list off the names that have fallen in his path. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Tony D'Angelo. The Conqueror, the Ruler, once more.
And his opponent from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 310 pounds, Obafemi!
To continue this run of form, to be the best in this division. A win will guarantee his spot at the showdown. That would be massive for Oba. The Ruler enters unfazed as ever, as the most, I would say, difficult opponent in this tournament so far for him stands across the ring. Sure, a win against Rollins is big. A win against Punk is also big, but Gunther is a different kettle of fish. Both are big, brutish men, and both bringers of pain. We tie up early in the power game in favor of Femi. Ruler, early power on display. Fireman's carry into the F10. Just launching Gunther. But the ring general quickly back on displaying his power. One chop dropping the ruler. Now he's punishing. Looking to turn him over into the walls of Jericho. That double leg Boston Crab. Again, Gunther may have tried to go for that slap, but it's not going to work. Instead, he fights out of the grasp pulling of Femi to drop him with a lariat. But Femi, back with one of his own, he drops Gunther, and Gunther does the same thing. It's going to turn into a meat battle, it seems. Who has the better skills to step up? And Gunther, he knows what sort of battle this is. He beckons Femi to his feet, and he's going to continue to show off his power. Stun gun. Off that top rope, he goes for the cover here early into this matchup. Been all Gunther so far. Out of the gate, Femi evading that shot. Now it's his chance to shine. Running STO. Followed up with just a toss of Gunther. The ruler's starting to feel some confidence. He's weathered the early storm. And now I'm going to send Gunther into a European uppercut. Well, it's like Gunther's not left his home eating that massive European shot. All it needs to happen now is a couple of German suplexes to the Austrian man. Drop kick from Gunther. Leveling the score with Femi. Femi set to fly. He failed. Now Gunther's turn. He also fails, eating the knees of Oba. Now Femi powers him up and just gotta toss him around. A little beat of the chest as now the ruler's rolling. Irish whip reverse though. Gunther caught. He tries to follow up on the catch. And he is going to be able to do so. Puts Oba against the ropes. Clubbing blows to the back. Takes waist control as well. Holds on to the arm and delivers a couple of chops to follow suit. Gunther, every time Femi misses a shot, he goes on to 3 or 4 different combinations of strikes. Femi's really only been able to get 1 or 2 shots off in his offense. Referee spotting the feet on the ropes. Now going to punish Gunther for doing it because he walks straight into a fall from Grace. There's the big shot for Femi that hopefully should level the playing field of this matchup. Gunther escapes out of the follow-up offense, delivers a DDT to put down Oba. And now a kick down south. You have to feel Gunther a little irate that he's been unable to put away the ruler so far. As for Oba, he's doing well, but caught. A standing STO from Gunther puts down the ruler. Ooh, big shot as well. Now ascending up top, Gunther drops the elbow but falls short. The ruler evades the danger. And now he can punish The count starting to rise. Gunther charging in. Count of 4. Big man Gregory keeping the count rising. Halfway to 10, now at 6. Both men realizing the danger. Count of 7. Oba and Gunther still brawling on the outside. Count of 8. Gunther sent into the steps. Oba's staying undefeated, but not with perfect points. I'm gonna say this. I could have seen Gunther. Well, I could have seen Oba still winning this matchup inside the ring. He uses his smart. Gunther stuck outside, meaning Oba just needed to get in to get the dub. But this version of a win
Here is your winner,
still gives a chance to Drew McIntyre to seize firm control of this pink division. That chance still there to keep. Well, for the division to firmly go in control of one of these stars. Oba's made a misplay. But one misplay may cost a star. Misplay in this matchup could really just grant firm control. Well, could get people back into the contest. It's time for your co-main event. And it is a big one. These two have battled before, I believe. But not to this extent. Co-main event. It's Cody Rhodes, Will Ospreay. It's former World Heavyweight Champ versus the Emerald Belt holder. Who walks away with the glory? Well, for Rhodes, a chance to stay undefeated, like Obafemi. Keep control of this gold division. A loss is catastrophic, with Abyss breathing down his neck. Can Rhodes maintain that momentum? Or will the hounds begin to circle?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 222 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Well, Rhodes is perfect 3-3, earning wins against El Grande Americano, Abyss, and Mark Henry. So a plethora of power stars. Now he has to deal with the Emerald Champion. A man who a win will put him a point behind Rhodes. And at this halfway point, every point starts to matter. And for the champion, 5 points is not enough to reach the glory.
And his opponent from London, England, weighing in at 191 pounds, the prestigious World Champion, Will O'Spivey!
Well, Ospreay, he earned his victory. Well, his only loss came in week 1 against the Monster Abyss. That was night 1 of this tournament. And since then, he has been on winning ways. 2 wins in a row, granted one via countout. The other, a clean dub over John Cena. So overall, I would say the level of competition faced by both men, not on the same level, I would say. But for Ospreay, a dub here would be huge. Your co-main event sees former World Heavyweight Champion Rhodes facing the Emerald Champion Will Ospreay in an extent of the hand to start this off. Code of Honor being shown here. Both men competed in Ring of Honor. So no shocks there. Start the match off with Ospreay on the offensive. Landing that around the world. Head scissor takedown. Now springboard moonsault. In for Cody, it's a different style of fighter to those he has faced before. Ospreay, I'd say this is a similar sort of style battle to the one he had with Shawn Michaels. Nice Kamigoya going for the cover here now. Ospreay, early 2 count over Rhodes, but his battle with Michaels, although it ended in countout, it was a close-fought affair that should have really ended inside the ring. Now for Rhodes, you've got to feel this is a different kettle of fish. It's speed, it is resiliency in the form of a champion who knows how to brawl. And granted, Rhodes knows that same style all too well. It's very similar to his. But only one of these men can walk out victorious. The only difference is both can technically walk out with points. I guess the best result for Rhodes, I would say, in this situation is a draw. If he is unable to muster up or match up to the Emerald Belt holder. Ospreay has been tireless. One of the longest reigning champions, and in this tournament, he is no stranger to success. It's not his first rodeo. He has been here before, and he knows the style needed to battle as Rhodes locks in the figure 4 leg lock. The referee, Big Kim, staring down on the submission hold. We're seeing 3 different referees so far tonight. Hopefully our main event, you get a different one there. Maybe it's going to be Guile. Just to make me happy. Regardless of that, Rhodes, he fired up, got to his feet, and now attacking Ospreay in the corner. Trying to keep the champion at bay, but the champion fights back, but Rhodes fights back as well. Oh, boot caught. Ospreay punished for his attempted possum attack. And he gets punished with a little Manhattan drop. Rhodes may have been looking for the Cody Cutter, but Ospreay not allowing that to come to fruition. Instead, he's fighting back, forcing Cody into a grappling match. Springboard, forearm smash, not going to work for the champ. Rhodes now battering the back of the aerial assassin. Punch caught. Ospreay Could choose to fly. Opts to gun back into the ring, but caught in a crossroads. Planted. And a cover for Cody. 2. Ooh, nearly the 3. And on the verge of hitting the canvas. But Ospreay capable of kicking out, but caught right now. Armbar applied here for Rhodes. Escapes out the side. Does Ospreay the wild lariat caught. This time he connects. And another. Dropping Rhodes. The boot caught. Sweeps out the leg. Ospreay fired up on the comeback. Springboard. Forearm smash attempted once more. And Rhodes just stands there in the face of danger. Hooks Ospreay up and delivers a pedigree. Picture perfect. And the cover to follow it is good for the 3. Rhodes remains undefeated and I believe has locked in his spot at the showdown. Personally speaking, this was a one-sided nugging by Cody. He kept his opponent at bay. Ospreay showed nothing of power. This comeback, I thought, was the start of something for Ospreay, but no. The Billy Goat couldn't get going. He missed his forearm smash off the rope, and Cody punished, ending this game with a pedigree.
Here is your winner, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Rhodes joins Liv Morgan on 12 points. Perfect through 4. Now, we pivot to about where we could see some interesting points shifting hands, as these two have met before. A instant classic only a few weeks ago now between these two saw almost an upset. But now the upset could come to pass once again, and I would say it's an even bigger upset if it is to happen. But that's an if rather than a will. So let's send it to the ring where we can discuss Lainey Reed versus Utami Hayashishita. Three big points on the line, and Reed could do with them so badly. Stuck on 0. A win makes all members of this group have points.
Contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Fatal Influence from Birmingham, Alabama, Lainey Reed.
The only division that would have everyone on points if Reed is able to win. And it's like, sure, Lainey is the rising star of this division. She's been thrusted in against a lot of talented stars. I'd say this division and the men's gold division are the two toughest groups to be in, really. And just discussing the level of competition in this green division. You've got two champions, one in the form of Utami, the other Julia. You then have Liv Morgan, the last year's winner. And lastly, you've got this sieging Bayley, who's beating everyone in her path. You have a former Prospects champion in Alexa Bliss. Lyra, a former television champion who had a phenomenal showdown run last year.
And her opponent, representing the Queen from Japan, the undisputed Women's World Television Champion, the Queen.
And the only other stars that I'd say don't have that pedigree is Momo Watanabe. She's new to IPW, but she's finding her footing well in this tournament. So Lainey is really out of her comfort zone, thrusted into the deep end. I would say, to be fair though, the teal division's also a similar sort of caliber of star as my dogs go ballistic. You got Becky and Stephanie, champions. The former Women's World Champion Fallon Henley, as well as former Women's World Champion Oscar. You've got former Ruby Bell and Women's World Champion Nia Jax. Glamour is sieging. So's Blake Monroe. As we're starting this matchup, your main event, with a jockeying of pins. Lainey and Utami tie up though. And power going to Lainey, who gets caught and slammed to the canvas. Attempting that neck breaker, not going to work for her. And instead, going to have to change the avenue of attack. Scoop slamming up and down with the Red Queen. For Utami, every point matters. She's needing to prove herself. She's obviously the newest champion in IPW. Newest top champion alongside Kazuchika Okada. Both have yet to really show up in this tournament. So a matchup against Lainey Reed here for the Red Queen is a good sort of tester for her to really prove her might as these two begin to jockey in the early stages of this bout. Reed, takedown, side mount with the headlock applied, wrenching on it, keeping Utami at bay. Ashishita fighting to her feet. Needs to really send Lainey running, but instead she gets tossed to the canvas. There's the lariat. Utami putting down. Now potentially calling for an ending. The endgame could be massive, but the reversal big from Lainey. Shot down south, big knee, busting open the champion. Gonna look to punish. Puts Ashishita into the corner. Oh, monkey flip. Launching. And then up top, launches herself with a crossbody. Beautiful offense from Lainey Reed. And we said these two can really bring it to one another. And Utami certainly going to do that. Belly to back suplex. Puts Reed down. They are just reversing one another. They know each other so well after that first battle. Catch, release. Now the punches. Mounting some heavy offense is Hayashishita. Takes the back. Hooks it up. Judo toss. Bulldog choke. And it's a submission hold that's gonna be broken by our referee, Big Man Lennon, who calls for the rope break. Elbow drop. I thought that hit, but Reed evaded, it seemed. And it's her time to fly. Goes to the apron. Lining her up, rolls through. Neck breaker. She's not flying, she's rolling. And that is now going to turn into soaring as she heads up top, looking to strike true onto the Red Queen. Beautiful drop kick. And Reed has been solid through the early stages of this affair. Quick kick out though from Utami. She now needs to battle back here against Lainey Reed, who's again going to that apron. Will we see another rolling strike? The answer, yes. Another neck breaker from Reed. And a stomp to follow it up. Phantom as well. Hayashishita's struggling to find any form of offense, but this could be that turning point. Reed, though, fighting back, realizes any form of control she gives to the current champion could be catastrophic. And Hayashishita knows it as well. They're just jockeying for that position. Reed, though, winning out on the exchange. Snap vertical suplex. And she lies in wait, looking to pounce. Utami in trouble. But Reed cannot find that kill shot. And the Red Queen happily gonna deliver her into the canvas. Power slam and a cover. 1, 2. Ooh, nearly. Shoulder up for Laney. The Red Queen, though, seizing control. Bridging German suplex. Cover for the 3. Out of nowhere. Just a German. That high, elevated stack that Utami puts on it. So gosh darn hard to kick out of. And Laney succumbs to the Red Queen once again. Now what I will say is, Reed had such a good showing, but this bridge, so high, it's so hard to kick out of.
Here is your winner, the Queen!
Although Reed had a solid showing, it was not enough in the battle with Utami Hayashishita, thus ending her night in the loss column. Well, while this might be a loss for Laney, she needs to bounce back because we are entering now the closing stages of this tournament. Hard to believe we're now on the decline towards the showdown. We've inclined so high, it could potentially be a crash landing for some, or it is a much needed sort of bounce back. One thing's for sure, night 15 is going to be epic, as we will be kicking off the night. Lyra Valkyria, Alexa Bliss in the green division. Former Prospect champion versus former television champion. El Grande Americano and Mark Henry then take to the ring in the gold division, followed by Flair and Oscar. That sounds like an amazing bout as a battle of two submission technicians take to the ring, ending the night. It's Seth Rollins and CM Punk. A lot of history there, but only one can walk out victorious. So thank you very much for joining me tonight. I will see you once again tomorrow. Night 15 of the entire tournament. Peace out.